Markers are an essential tool in art, education and design, known for their vibrant colours and ease of use. While they may seem simple, the process of making them involves intricate chemistry, precision engineering and thoughtful design. Among the most recognisable names in the marker industry is Crayola, a brand that has shaped childhood creativity for over a century. The journey of a marker, from raw materials to the finished product, is a fascinating blend of science and craftsmanship. To understand how markers are made, it's important to first examine their basic structure. A typical marker consists of several key components: the barrel, which is the outer plastic shell; the ink reservoir, a porous material that holds the ink; the nib or tip, which dispenses the ink onto surfaces; the cap, which prevents drying; and sometimes a plug at the base to prevent leakage. Each of these parts must be carefully manufactured and assembled to create a functional and long-lasting marker. The first step in marker production is formulating the ink, which is the lifeblood of the product. Ink composition varies depending on the type of marker, but most contain pigments or dyes for colour, solvents to keep the ink fluid, resins to help it adhere to surfaces, and additives to improve performance. Crayola markers are particularly known for their water-based, non-toxic ink, making them safe for children. Unlike permanent markers, which often use harsh chemicals like xylene or toluene, Crayola's washable markers rely on gentler solvents that can be easily cleaned from skin and clothing. The company's commitment to safety dates back to its origins, when it first sought to provide non-toxic art supplies for young users. Once the ink is prepared, the next step is creating the marker's body. Most marker barrels are made from plastic, typically polypropylene or polystyrene, through a process called injection moulding. Plastic pellets are melted and injected into moulds, where they cool and harden into the familiar cylindrical shape. Crayola emphasises sustainability by using durable, recyclable plastics in its products. After the barrel is formed, the ink reservoir is inserted. This component is usually made from compressed fibres, such as polyester or felt, which absorb and retain the ink. The material is cut into long strips, rolled, and carefully placed inside the barrel to ensure even ink distribution. The nib, or tip, is another critical part of the marker. It is precision cut from porous materials like felt or nylon, and its shape, whether chisel, bullet or brush tip, determines the line width and style of the marker. The nib is fitted into the barrel so that it makes direct contact with the ink reservoir, allowing for smooth ink flow. Once the nib is secured, the marker is filled with ink. This can be done by soaking the reservoir in ink or injecting it directly. Automated machines ensure that each marker receives the right amount of ink, maintaining consistency across production batches. Crayola markers undergo strict quality control to prevent issues like uneven saturation or leakage. The final assembly steps include sealing the marker and attaching the cap. Some markers have a plug at the base to prevent ink from leaking, while others rely on a tight-fitting cap. Crayola's caps are designed with small vents to reduce the risk of choking, a safety feature that reflects the brand's focus on child-friendly products. Once assembled, the markers are tested for performance, including colour vibrancy, drying time, and durability. Defective markers are discarded, ensuring that only high-quality products reach consumers. The finished markers are then packaged in sets, often grouped by colour themes or special collections, before being shipped to stores worldwide. The story of Crayola markers is deeply intertwined with the history of the Crayola brand itself. The company was founded in 1885 as Binney and Smith by Edwin Binney and C. Harold Smith, initially producing industrial pigments and slate pencils. In 1903, they introduced the first Crayola crayons, which quickly became a staple in classrooms due to their non-toxic formula and bright colours. The name Crayola was derived from the French word craie, meaning chalk, and ola, from oleaginous, referring to the oily texture of the crayons. For decades, crayons remained Crayola's flagship product. But by the mid-20th century, the company recognized the growing demand for markers. In 1978, Crayola launched its first washable markers, a groundbreaking innovation that allowed parents and teachers to avoid the stains typically associated with permanent markers. These water-based markers were easier to clean and safer for children, reinforcing Crayola's reputation as a leader in child-safe art supplies. Over the years, Crayola continued to innovate, expanding its marker lines to include scented, glitter, and metallic varieties. In 1987, the company introduced Twistables, a no-sharpen crayon alternative, and in the 1990s, it experimented with new marker technologies such as colour-changing inks and double-ended designs. The 2000s saw a shift towards sustainability, with Crayola incorporating recycled plastics into its marker barrels and launching initiatives to reduce waste. More recently, the brand has embraced digital creativity with products like Colour Alive, which uses augmented reality to bring coloured images to life. Today, Crayola produces over 3 billion markers annually, maintaining its position as one of the most trusted names in art supplies. What sets Crayola markers apart from competitors is their unwavering commitment to quality, safety, and creativity. The company's non-toxic formulas comply with stringent global safety standards, giving parents and educators peace of mind. Crayola's extensive colour range, from classic hues to specialty shades like neon and pastel, encourages artistic exploration, while durable nibs and long-lasting ink ensure a reliable experience. Beyond functionality, Crayola markers are designed to inspire. The brand's educational partnerships and advocacy for arts in schools highlight its mission to nurture creativity in young minds. Understanding how markers are made reveals the careful thought and innovation behind a seemingly simple tool. From the chemistry of ink to the precision of manufacturing, every step reflects a dedication to quality. Crayola's history, from its early days as a crayon manufacturer to its dominance in the marker market, underscores its enduring impact on art and education. The environmental impact of marker production is another important consideration. As consumers become more eco-conscious, Crayola has taken steps to reduce its carbon footprint. The company's marker recycling program, launched in partnership with schools, allows used markers to be repurposed into new products, diverting plastic waste from landfills. Additionally, Crayola has explored plant-based inks and biodegradable materials as part of its sustainability efforts. These initiatives demonstrate how the brand continues to evolve in response to changing environmental and consumer demands. Comparing Crayola markers to other brands further highlights their strengths. While companies like Sharpie and Prismacolor cater to professional artists with permanent and alcohol-based markers, Crayola's focus remains on accessibility and safety. Its washable markers are ideal for young children, while still offering vibrant colours and smooth application. Even within the children's market, competitors like Mr. Sketch and Rose Art provide alternatives, but Crayola's reputation for durability and consistency keeps it at the forefront. The brand's ability to balance affordability with quality has made it a household name for generations. The science behind marker ink is another fascinating aspect of their production. Water-based inks, like those used in Crayola markers, rely on a suspension of pigments in water, with added surfactants to improve flow. Alcohol-based markers, on the other hand, use volatile solvents that evaporate quickly, allowing for seamless blending, a favourite among illustrators. Oil-based markers, often used for industrial purposes, provide waterproof, long-lasting marks. Crayola's decision to use water-based inks aligns with its mission to create safe, washable products for children, though the company has also experimented with hybrid formulas for specialised lines. Looking ahead, the future of markers may involve even more advanced technologies. Innovations like temperature-sensitive inks, which change colour with heat, or markers that interact with digital devices, could redefine how we use these tools. Crayola's willingness to embrace new ideas, from augmented reality colouring to eco-friendly materials, suggests that the brand will remain a leader in the industry. As art and technology continue to merge, markers may evolve beyond their traditional role, becoming gateways to digital creativity while retaining their tactile appeal. In conclusion, the process of making markers is a complex interplay of chemistry, engineering, and design. From the formulation of ink to the molding of plastic barrels, each step requires precision and innovation. Crayola's history, rooted in safety and creativity, has shaped its approach to marker production, resulting in products that are both functional and inspiring. The brand's commitment to quality, education, and sustainability ensures that it will continue to influence art and learning for years to come. Whether in the hands of a child creating their first drawing or an artist experimenting with new techniques, Crayola markers represent more than just a tool. They are a gateway to imagination,